Hello people, I'm Jonks and today we are doing part 2 of the Doritos build. Now this build is for a series I have over on my TikTok, which is building your Sims a house. So my followers sent me commissions of what they wanted me to build and I did as I was told. Now this house is a townhouse in Brightchester, and if you haven't seen part 1 yet, it's in my channel and I will link it down below. I kept the landing quite simple since it's a small space, and then I did the bathroom. Now with this tall skinny rooms, it's really hard to know what to do with them, but I made this little platform and made it into a built-in shower. You can see I struggled with what to do about the windows, but I decided to go with this one from Snowy Escape. There's also a similar one from Base Game if you want to do that. Now this little cabbie is also from Snowy Escape, and I just sized it down and put some soap in there. There's also 2 showers in the game that works great for this, and one is from the Snow Escape. It has a little mirror, and this one is from Discovery University. I really hope we could have more showers like this, or the CC showers, which take two boxes, and which is more like a walking industrial vibe. Now I also wanted to invite the kids a little bit, so I put some dinosaur decals on the wall of the shower. And then, since it's still a skinny and long bathroom and I didn't really know what to do with the space, I put in a bathtub as well. I chose the Snow Escape one because it's square and it had the same swatches as the panels I put in the shower. I put a little nautical theme decorations since it's a bathroom and I love nautical stuff. I always been called to the sea, even though I live as far as I can from the sea where I live. If you live in this area and you want to come as far from the sea as possible, you go to where I'm from, which I have always wanted to live by the sea, and I just love it. I'm a West Coast kind of girl, even though I have a lot of family on the East Coast. I just love the West Coast. And we're talking Sweden here, if you're confused. Now I'll put some more plants, and I like to layer different plants so you get more dimension and a little more character. But then I decided to scrap that. But if you want to do that, it's a great tip. However, from this one, I decided to go with a painting for a focal point instead. And this one is a no CC painting from the gallery. If you pause, you can see where it comes from. But this one also had a border around it that I really liked. But the border, as you see, is made of the impeccable, I think it's called the impeccable shelf in Base Game, and then you just size it down, and then you just used a lot of tool mod, and this took a while. As you see, I cut it, but it looks great, but it takes a lot of time. Now going into the first bedroom where the magic happens. No, I decided to go with a kind of orange yellow theme. I didn't used to like that color that much before, but it's grown on me. And I wish we could have more Base Game beds that don't have so obnoxious big headboards. I say as I make an even bigger bed frame than the original. But yeah, I tried to build this one in with impeccable shelf and tool mod again. And as you will see in the finished house, I removed the frame. There's only a headboard because it wasn't playable. You can use the bed if you had the frame around it. I've seen people do this, but every time I've tried it, it hasn't worked. So if you know how to make it work, let me know. I know there's one hack to like put a basement underneath if it's on the first floor, and then from that basement place it and like raise it up so through the floor, so like technically it's in the basement but you can still see it as a furniture upstairs. If that makes any sense, I can make a video when I try different hacks and show you a little more of tool mod. Now we see that like bed stands that I made disappear, and that's because the things are not gonna slot to the downsized and lowered tables. So I just removed them from placing them, and then I put them back to see how it was looking. Yeah, and you will also see the red shelf over there, and the red shelf is a mod. It's the OMSP shelf, and it's really good for decorating. So you put that and you level it up with other things, like you saw me using it for the bedside tables. And then you put it at the level, then you can remove the bedside table, and then you know exactly which level you will have to raise it up to. Like you can put it on the table and then you can slide it in, and there's no like flying objects as you get sometimes when you elevate the objects in a normal way. So I really recommend that CC. Is just Google like red shelf or invisible shelf and it will come up. I made some more custom furniture to this room, and I decided to make a little more built-in wardrobe. These two wardrobes that you see, the orange ones, they are now base game, but they used to be CC and then it got picked into the base game. And they look gorgeous, but sometimes they feel too small, and then when you size it up, it's like a better size, but it looks a little unrealistic. But I sized it up once and then I raised it, and then I made this kind of built-in experience. So you can see that I used the shelves on the sides, and then on top it's the same bedside table that I used for the bedside table. And then I just prop them up so it looks like a border. And then a really easy hack, you can just use any wall hanging mirror and you can place it in front of a closet and it will look like a mirrored in closet. Then I also used this like snowy escape signs to make small handles, and it's something I discovered and that I now use pretty often. So you can use anything basically that sticks out a little bit. If you see the wall decor, there's like this round beam that you also can size down, and it looks like these little knobs. And now I'm just placing some more finishing touches, some plants to fill out the corner, and a little artwork from cats and dogs. Moving on to bedroom number 2. This is for the kid or the small kid, and I challenged myself to use this bed set from Cats and Dogs. You know that chunky bedside table, which is too big, but then it also like round. You can see when I try to place them and then place back the bedside table, that is like such a limited area to put anything, because like if you would put something, it would just slide off the edges. It's just a weird shape of a bedside table. But yeah, I kind of pretended it was like Paw Patrol, you know, that new phenomena that I'm too old for, that's all over the place. And you buy it for your cousin's kids, and then you just don't understand anything that they are saying. But yeah, you have to grow up from that too sometime, I guess. And with that, I mean things that everyone thinks you should know, but you are just too old or kind of grew up with another generation that you're not actually a part of, so it just feels weird. So now let's go back to the actual build, shall we? So I put down this little house bookshelf and then this wonky chair, which I haven't used or really discovered that swatch even existed. But I love the quirkiness of it, so I'm gonna keep it. Then I just put some extra art, and there's a red shelf on the bed, and I think I forgot to remove that. So if there's like a table or shelf in this build, when you download it, it's not supposed to be a shelf in the bed. Okay, thanks. Putting that lovely cloud lamp down, and we are moving on to the teen's bedroom, and I decided to go with this like checkered yellow wallpaper. It seems so 90s, and I don't know, I have like a love-hate relationship to it because I like the yellow color and I like the checkers, but like, I don't know. I made it work, I think. Let me know if you think I did or not. And let me know what you think about it. Like, do you use it? Then another cluttery desk with just a lot of books, homework, and then I figured that the teen was in a soccer team. So I had that little frame on top there, and yeah, I obviously use that frame all the time, even though it's not supposed to be connected with soccer. But like, we don't have any more frames, and I am too lazy to make those beautiful photo shoots, you know, you see people do with Postmaker. If you want a bunk bed but still bedside table, just put a little shelf up there. If you want, you can like size down the impeccable shelf and then just add 2 of them. Then I decided to make a little creative corner for the teen, and maybe they have a band, or yeah, paint, have a band, whatever, do activities with others. And I gave them a soccer ball as well, because if they're on a soccer team, they should probably have a soccer ball. And then I made another built-in closet slash like shelf system. So I made it with these from university, those like Calyx vibe shelves. And then I just flipped some cabinets so that we see like the back wall of them instead of the handles. And then I realized things were looking through the floor. And then I decided to change them, but like the shelves that I use on a bed frame in the other room, I just decided to, you know, when do you look into the ceiling anyways? But then I deleted them anyways because it didn't work for gameplay. Now, if I don't say otherwise, my builds are always play tested, so like you don't have to worry about figuring out what is blocking your sim from taking a bath or going to bed or whatever. Now you see I used those little wall hangings signs as a handle on this closet, and then I just used a red shelf to place some things and collectibles. Like, they're in the game. Have you ever really tried to make your sim collect all the things? Because I'm doing the Not So Berry challenge right now. So Gen Mint and Gen Pink are supposed to collect things in the world. So Gen Mint are supposed to finish the collection of elements, and then Gen Pink is supposed to finish the postcard collection. And I did have to cheat a little bit on those because I could not find everything, and that looked like Carl's Sims Guide. Is a great website, by the way, where you could find them, and my sim just couldn't find the things. And then the postcards, like, I don't have that many friends in that short amount of time, okay? I'm not the popular. Okay, let's go back to the tour. Yeah, now it's a tour, and this is the finished product, and my rant is over, and I'm just gonna ask you kindly if you wouldn't mind subscribe and like this video if you made it this far, and check me out on TikTok at junksbuild, and this is also available on the gallery, and my ID there is Jana24. See you Saturday. Bye.